it looks alright. Look okay?
Yeah.
So you may be wondering why you're looking at me right now instead of behind the scenes footage of days 9 and 10. I already did it. And that is because it was only me on set, unfortunately. We had some people in Texas, right? Texas, hanging out at some film festivals, which is pretty awesome, and I can't blame them at all. I'm kind of jealous. So instead I'm going to answer a couple questions that I got on Snapchat and Twitter, and I wrote them down. So I'm going to answer some of these. Are you the one filming, or do you have a cinematographer? I am the one filming. I do not have a cinematographer right now. I almost had a cinematographer, but some scheduling things didn't work out, and I figured might as well shoot the rest of it myself since I've done most of it myself already. And people on set help out, assistant cinematographers who can grab a camera and watch a shot while I'm directing, which helps out a ton. So the answer is no, I do not. I shoot it myself. What's the movie about? That is a great question. The movie is about a guy who's on house arrest, and some things start happening to him that aren't so great, and he has to deal with them, and he can't leave his house. Yeah, I know you want to watch it now. Next question. Do you know before you shoot the scene which angles you want to film from, or are you winging it? That's another great question. I shot listed the entire movie out right after I wrote it. Right after the script was finalized, I shot listed the entire thing, and it was a ridiculous amount of shots. When I started shooting, I threw out the shot list and didn't use it because on set there were too many variables and too many different things happening, and I just went with whatever was happening. But from now on, actually today, I did shot list today, and now that we're having more actors come in and more things happening, bigger scenes, less dialogue, more action, I'm shot listing much more. I'm going to shot list probably every day for the rest of the script. So, not at first, now I am. But I was never winging it because I have the entire movie visualized in my head already, so I've been thinking about it for some time now. Why didn't you go to film school? Good question. Brian says it's too expensive. I had an opportunity to go to film school. I was gonna go to Full Sail, which is in Orlando, but it just wasn't the right thing for me to do, I guess. I don't think that I need any structure or anyone to tell me what to do or how to make a movie. I mean, I wasn't very good in high school. I made okay grades, but nothing great. So going back to school just didn't make any sense for me. And I'd rather just use about an 80th of that money and make a movie with it instead. And I figured out that you don't graduate with a feature film. You graduate with maybe having a part in a short film, which didn't make any sense. So I'm making a movie instead. What's your favorite food on set? Today we're having tacos. That's gonna be my favorite food. I mean, yeah, that's gotta be my favorite. I don't think anything's gonna compare to that. But I am gonna do a video on catering, which is gonna be awesome. It's gonna be extremely helpful for those other filmmakers out there. I need to talk to you about that. I was pointing to Dimitri. He's over there. He's off camera. Can you start editing on weekdays since you only film on weekends? That is a great question. I can. I've been editing the movie, and I went into it expecting to do that, and I expected to show everyone the scenes that I had shot from the weekend before, edit it during the week, show them the next weekend. And I wanted to do that, but I'm having a hard time because I want what I show them to be perfect. I don't know. I want to have it perfect before I show them. I'm trying to stop doing that. I want to start showing them. Plus, I'm also editing all the behind-the-scenes stuff. I started a new web series with Brian, which I'm going to be editing, and I'm editing interviews that we shot. So all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and it adds up, and it's a lot. But yes, I am editing it, and it's helping because I can also see what I didn't shoot last weekend and then pick up the shot the next weekend if I need to. Is the whole movie going to be shot in Florida? Yes. When is the movie coming out? I don't know when the movie's coming out, but I can say that we've shot just over 30% of the movie, which took I think like 3 weekends. So I mean, shooting is probably going to take another month and a half. Editing should be almost done by that time too. Just goes into some post-production stuff. So maybe like a summer kind of release. Maybe it'll be the next summer blockbuster. Maybe it'll go up against Avengers in the movie theaters and they should be scared. Probably will. Wouldn't be surprised. The last one, how did you find actors for free? Dimitri, why don't you come over here and talk about that? Come over here. This is Dimitri. He's a producer / AC / casting
Everything.
director. He does everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how did we find some actors for free?
Okay, so my full-time job is I'm a casting director at a local studio in Trouble Zone Productions. And basically, I put out casting calls to a couple people I know, called some actors I've worked with before. Brian was one of them. Posted on Facebook, post on Craigslist. You basically just have to spread the message far and wide, and you got to ask for passionate people. And because you're not going to get people who aren't passionate to work for free. So that's basically how
I like it.
I'd say that's. I mean, we're actually still casting 2 parts, so it's obviously not easy. It's been a pain trying to cast the movie in general, but luckily we found our leads fairly early compared to everyone else.
It's easier than you think it is, though.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think it is.
It's
Because when
easier than
I
you
was
think.
coming into this, I was most worried about casting. I was like, no actors are going to want to do this for free, dude. I'm
Yeah.
screwed. But like, you find passionate people who are just starting out and they want to get some footage for the reel and they're willing to do it, man. And they have fun. They have the most fun too because they're not worried about getting paid. They're just doing it because they love it.
Exactly. Another thing is too, down here in Florida, you know, there's not a lot of film work going on. So if someone offers you a role, like a major role in a feature film, I mean, it's pretty interesting and exciting to be a part of something that big. So of course they want to do it. It's attractive to the actors.
And it's a great script. I mean,
Yep. And they like the story.
can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
You need to have a good script if you're going to ask for free actors. No one wants to act in a bad movie. Yeah, that's all I got. So I'm sorry that I don't have any footage for days 9 and 10. It was only me on set. It's cool. I'll have more footage for you for every other video from now on. But I kind of like this. If you have any other questions, you can tweet them to me. You can Facebook them to me. You can YouTube them to me. You can YouTube them to me. Snapchat them to me. Follow me on Snapchat. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Is Alex here? Yeah. Alex, you want to answer a question? You want to answer a question? Come over here and answer a question.
What's the question?
All right, the question is, why do you work for free? Are you crazy?
No. At this moment, I am being paid an experience and footage that I can have for my demo reel that will further my career later on.
Or mind control.
A little bit of both.
I get paid in food.
Yeah, we get paid in food. Which
Don't
is
get
why
any
we
better than
come.
that.
The craft is actually
What
not
is
terrible.
that?
Smoothie.